Welcome back to Encased Break Glass. Today we're talking about the 2023 Illumination Nintendo co-produced Mario movie and the Super Mario Brothers movie or whatever they call it. Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm Buster. With me is my wonderful co-host Wyatt.
Mushroom Kingdom, here we come, baby.
Mushroom Kingdom, here we come. All
Thank
right.
you for understanding that
Yeah, the
very
old
stupid
trailer read.
reference.
Okay, well, there's a lot to dissect of this, like specifically like just the history of like lead up to the film.
Mhm.
Uh, but first, we were originally gonna do the '90s and OVA Mario's, but it's like we kind of ran out of time because of
Yeah.
scheduling, and I have a new job, so
Mhm.
um.
Mhm.
We kind of just like let's just jump straight to the Illumination one, but because Galaxy's coming out in like a month or so.
Yeah, come on,
Um,
pretty soon.
very soon. But yeah, um, Illumination Mario. Where to begin? I think this was announced like when they did the Universal theme park stuff.
Yeah.
Like, because it's
It
like
was a while ago.
Universal and Nintendo are working together on various ventures. Um,
Mhm. Yeah, I feel
and
like this has been in the works, like it had been in the works for a while, and like because I remember even like when we first heard the casting stuff, I distinctly remember because this is how my brain operates that it was right before Metroid Dread came out. There was a Nintendo
yeah,
Direct
yeah.
where we
It
first
was
learned
that just
about all the
iconic
casting.
moment in just a random Nintendo Direct where they just decided to
Yeah.
stop talking about games and
Hmm.
talked about the movie, and then
Yeah.
everyone lost. Like, what did you think about that moment? I was in a voice
I
call with some people, and
yeah,
we were
I
all
was at
like,
work at the time, which is like because if anybody remembers, they used to have Nintendo Directs in the afternoon sometimes, not in
"Yeah,
the
I remember
morning.
that."
Yeah. So yeah, I was at work. So when that happened, I had to like stop what I was doing, like go to my, go to a safe place in my broom closet and just like I was messaging my friends at the time, like, what the fuck is going on right now? Just like losing my shit. You know, it's yeah, me and old friend Nikki just like lost our shit
Yeah, I think I
listening
remember I was
to
listening to like like some old shit shooters, and like you were, I literally skipped to the episode where it's like, where's the episode they talked about the Nintendo casting? Like, it's just like, it's
yeah.
just like everyone like it, and there's not like bad choices there. I still stand by that
Mhm.
Chris Pratt as Mario is an awful choice. Like
Sure. A lot of people don't like Chris Pratt just in general, like as
yeah,
a
in
guy.
general, yeah, but like even excluding that, you just like that's a weird pick for Mario, man. That's a
Yeah,
weird pick for
I was
Mario.
gonna say that like I don't really like him for the reasons everybody else doesn't like him, but like I think that he's good as like Emmett from the Lego
Yeah, and
movie.
like Star Lord from Guardians, yeah.
Yes, yeah. He can be both the like cool, sexy guy, like action hero guy, and the like fun golden retriever guy, like he was in Parks and Rec and everything. Like he's not a bad actor,
Yeah,
as far as that
I just feel
goes.
like it's just a weird, like it just out
He's
of
just a
all the
bad pick
like
for
celebrity
Mario.
cast, it's like you can kind of fudge it with like the other characters, like Charlie Day as
Yeah,
Luigi. I can
I
buy
think that's pretty
that.
good. I think that's a
Yeah,
pretty good performance and a pretty good choice. Jack Black as Bowser is like that's perfect. Actually, that's
yeah,
literally.
like that's actually like, oh, wait a minute, hey, wait,
Mm,
let him cook. I
yeah.
actually like Keegan Michael Key as Toad. Like I
Yeah.
don't like I know a lot of people were like dissing it at first, but I was like, no. Even before I saw the movie, I was like, I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's pretty good. The what is it? Blah, 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 blah.
Donkey
Uh,
Kong.
fr- yeah, Donkey Kong is Seth Rogen, of
Yeah,
course. Which is, I mean, he's just literally just talking as Seth Rogen.
yeah,
Um, I mean, I know a lot of people shit on Seth Rogen too. I think people are coming around on him because that Muppets special.
yeah. It's like he's been doing some good producer work, like the TMNT.
Yeah,
He did the Mutant
that's
Mayhem
true.
stuff
Those
too.
movies, yeah, that movie's really, really good. The show, but the
I
movie
mean,
was
like
really,
the
really
show, I don't think
good.
even was the show was just like a side thing.
Yeah,
Like, but even so, I'm excited for the sequel for the movie.
for
Oh,
sure.
have you seen the Chrome Alone? Like, just side note, Chrome Alone short that they
No,
played
not
from.
yet. No.
It's like you could. Well, weirdly enough, if you just go on Paramount Plus, you could get it for free on the Mutant Mayhem extra section.
Okay.
So you don't even have to pay for Paramount Plus. It's kind of crazy.
That I appreciate because like I don't know. I like that. Like streaming sucks for many reasons, but I appreciate it when certain streaming things actually try to add in the special features that you would get on DVDs. Like I remember back, I think it was around
Yeah,
2022 when Turning Red came out. I like watched through all the Pixar movies. It was nice that they
like
kept
archived
all
some of those
yeah
special
all of
features.
those special features and everything.
Yeah,
Yes, I'm one of those. I'm the sicko that loves Turning Red, by the way.
I
I
would
don't.
too. Don't worry.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just because I know it's a punching bag for the internet because of CalArts, Beanmouth, etc. But
Yeah.
you know,
Anyway, talk about another beam of
yeah,
awful
yeah.
transition.
I mean, there was a little bit of a culture war with this movie with like dumb assholes like Shadiversity and shit being like, Peach is a
Princess
girl
Peach
boss
does
now.
things. Like
Yeah,
she's even
and I
doing things
will.
since like at least 2013, but like even more so
Yeah.
than that. Like
Yeah, and I mean the old '80s kids, they'll be like, "Well, in Mario 2, we could play as Peach." Like, I don't see any
yeah,
problem with that. But I will say, because I've just come off of watching a shit ton of Adventure Time and talking about it with Morgan on Cartoon Buffoons. Everybody, check that out. Uh,
yeah, good episodes.
I can't like I was like, man, Peach is a lot like Princess Bubblegum in this movie, and then I kept on expecting her voice to sound like Hynden Walsh to like be
No, it's
Princess
and I do
Bubblegum.
Taylor Joy,
Yes.
which it's also
So.
like a pretty good vocal performance.
Yeah, she
Uh,
does a good job. She's not
yeah,
like a big comedian character actor or anything like that, but it's a pretty good performance, even though it's definitely a different take on Peach than she's traditionally been
yeah.
done because she's been more of the, very classic cartoony, almost Betty Boop esque or Olive Oil esque,
He was like, hey,
like
hey, oh,
very very high pitched girly. She has like
yeah.
a very and then kind of taking her in a more serious direction. I think, yeah, they did it. It's not just her, like Mario and Luigi. Also, they take those characters in a more
Yeah, okay,
grounded
here's the
direction.
one thing, like, I can appreciate the arcs. Here's the one thing I have to be like, okay, that's a bit weird. Why does Mario hate mushrooms? That's
I don't
stupid.
know. Yeah, I don't know. That seems like just a thing for like a quick gag to be like,
Yeah,
oh, of course it's ironic that he lands in the Mushroom Kingdom,
it's like, what?
etc. It's just a
That's I don't
weird
know.
defining trait for a character.
Like,
Uh,
especially come on, 40 years of like Mario. It's like
mm,
why would we make it hate mushrooms now? It's like, come
I
on.
don't know. Maybe in the second movie he'll like be like, you know what? I'm starting to get used to this.
Yeah,
Uh,
probably. Yeah, I don't know. I just do we have to serve Dracula mushrooms? Like,
yeah, I
just
don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you're right. That's a
okay,
good
for
verb.
those who aren't chronically online, Surf Dracula refers to
Yeah,
refers to like when like media like has to build up to the thing like the surfing of the Dracula instead of
yeah,
oh
yeah.
he surfs Dracula every episode. All right, there.
Yeah. That's the joke is like, oh, in the '80s, boom, you would have gotten Surf Dracula, like you would have been surfing every episode. But now with the streaming era and like movies being so serialized and everything has to like lead up to this one moment. And I will say that like overall, before we like really dig into the movie, if I have one issue with this, similar to Sonic, but not as bad, this really does kind of feel like a pilot movie for
Yeah.
a better movie that is going to come after it.
Yeah,
So,
kind of like it. Like rewatching, I'm like, man, that's a lot of setup. That this, I
mm,
mean, it's works, but it's just like, oh, this really does feel like the most blatant franchise building, and it's weird
yeah,
because it's like it's not like blatant franchise building in terms of like, oh, here's a like the Mummy 2017, where it's like here's a bunch of
mm,
threads to follow up on. It's more
yeah,
blatant franchise building of like, here's this character. Would you be interested in a spin-off? It's like,
yeah. And also like, it really feels like, like, oh, Toonami presents the first three episodes of this show, like
I
like
can see
stitched
that.
together or something, and then like, oh man, that was cool. I can't wait to see the full show like a couple months from now. Like a premiere of Ben 10 or something like
Yeah.
that. Like I don't know, like maybe my brain is just wired to think about things
Yeah,
in
because of
terms of
Cartoon Network
cartoons.
podcast. Yeah,
But
but
like,
I can see that. I can. That's a good point.
yeah.
Um,
Not that that's bad. Like I actually like similar to Sonic movie. I think that this movie is, it's very basic, but it's not a bad movie. It's like entertaining to
yeah,
watch. It was easy to watch. There wasn't a lot of nitpicks I had as far as like, I feel like overall as a start to a franchise, this did a better job than Sonic because it
Yeah.
actually resembles the the franchise that it's
Yeah,
going to be
actually,
building
here's the
upon.
big thing. That it's both the positive and the negative. For me in this movie, the music, because I
Yeah.
need
Oh
to
yeah,
talk
yeah,
about
yeah.
the music. Because I mean, like, yeah, like character arcs are pretty simple, but so it's like the music stood out to me a lot because it's like there's here's what I mean by positive and negative. They use a lot of Nintendo tracks. I popped off
Yes.
when they used the Bowser's Fury
Yes. I was
music.
like, oh my god, that just came out before this
Yeah, that
movie.
just came out at the time. It's like, oh, they snuck it in. Like that was probably the latest track they could have put, and it's a good track.
Hmm.
It's a really
Oh
good
yeah.
track. But then they decide there'll be moments in the film where it's like, hey, you know all the cool Mario stuff.
Hmm.
Let's just not do that and do '80s license tracks,
Yeah. I don't
and
really
it
get.
just sticks out like a sore thumb. I know, like kids' films do that a lot, but it's also
Yeah.
like it just sticks out. Like some of them are okay, like tolerable. Like I actually like the Brooklyn one at the beginning of the film,
Hmm.
but then there's the DK one, the Take on Me DK
Yeah, that's the
one.
most infamous. Like even before watching the movie, I knew people were like, "This, why is this here?"
Yeah, it
And I
is.
like that song.
It's
It's
a good
just,
song, and it's like but it's like especially because there was originally like just a bunch of Donkey Kong Country music they just cut because it's
mm,
like, oh, we need to put like the license song for the meme and stuff.
yeah. And I
Uh,
and I do feel like the ELO song at the end, like that's good. It's just, I don't know. Like there's just some occasions where I'm like, why did this need to be a licensed song? Or kind of like it's kind of corny. It kind of takes me out of
yeah,
the movie, but also like I don't know. That's freaking Illumination's bread and butter.
yeah, true,
Uh,
yeah. We haven't really talked about the illumination like of it all because it's like
yeah. How,
they
how do you
kind of
feel
like they kind of
about?
like just they kind of like from what I understand they let Nintendo like they tried to repress Nintendo of this one, and there's not really
Yeah.
like any minion XPs in the movie,
Mm-mm.
like
No, not
because
even the
people as
Koopas
people
or
were
Goombas. Yeah.
yeah, not even the Goombas or the Toads or there's just one Toad, so it's like
Hmm.
um yeah,
Yeah.
and
How do you
it's
feel
we
about Illumination in general? Like their
I
body of
don't hate
work.
them as much as other people, but I don't think they are the best. I'll put it that way. They are serviceable. They make
Yeah.
serviceable films. They don't make awful films. They make serviceable films.
Yes, I've
Uh,
seen only a few other movies. I've seen the first two Despicable Me movies and the first Minions movie. I've seen Secret Life of Pets and Sing, and I've seen what is the other one that I'm missing? Oh, The
Pop.
Grinch. Yeah. Oh no, I
No, the
have
Grinch
not
is
seen.
awful. Actually, that you know what? I
Yeah,
take it
that
back.
is
The
a
Grinch is
terrible
awful.
movie. Oh, yeah, because Nikki and I we watched all the Grinch movies one year for some
Oh,
reason. Oh, because the live action one where like that's like tokusatsu.
yeah.
So
I guess. I guess.
yeah. So if that
That
was the main course, but I decided to like, oh, I want to watch the Chuck Jones one and the Illumination one, and I just told them like, don't watch it. It's so fucking lame.
it's so
Like, do
lame.
not
Like
watch
the
the
definition of a
Illumination one.
lame movie. But yeah, like and it's like directed by the Teen Titans Go guys. This movie, and like
Yeah.
you can kind of see like they have good comedic energy. So it's like they can kind of they
Yeah.
put it like in there.
Yeah,
Um,
this isn't like laugh out loud like
it's
funny,
charming.
but there's a couple scenes that made me like that did actually make me like burst out into laughter. Like towards the end when Bowser is talking about the wedding and mentions
Yeah.
like, "All right, and you guys are going to be the sacrifices for
Yeah.
for my
I will
wedding." Like,
say, there are good jokes in this film. There is one character that annoyed me a lot, and that's the nihilistic Luma. Like, I just
yeah,
thought he was just a big miss in terms of comedy. Like, I
it
know
just
they were
yeah.
trying with that character, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, you tried too hard, and it just doesn't
Yeah,
work.
that it's like a lot funnier in their head than it was in actual
Practice.
execution. And
Yeah.
in general, like I feel like Luigi is like completely wasted in the movie. Like he barely really
Yeah, they
contributes.
make him like the damsel in distress, which is weird because it's like
Yeah.
again, Charlie Day is one of the better like voices in the
Hmm.
movie. So it's like, damn, you kind of wasted it.
Just a strange way to start the Super Mario Brothers series is by
Yeah.
being like in Galaxy, totally would understand Mario and Luigi being separated and then, Luigi going on his own adventure, which they have done in the games with like
Yeah, Luigi
Thousand Year Door and stuff.
Galaxy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it, like that Super Luigi U or whatever. Like
Yeah.
they've done these things where he takes charge or he has his own side plot and his own set of like side characters or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's just a weird thing to do in the first movie, and it is especially weird that
I guess it's
like
like for stakes, but it's also like,
yeah, but also like Donkey Kong being kind of like he's the sidekick for Mario for like the second half of the
I mean, I
movie.
guess because it's like, oh, Donkey Kong and Mario have always been linked, so it's
Yeah,
like,
that connection is there. So it's not completely out of nowhere, but it does kind of feel like you mentioned, it is promotional material for the parks, and the parks have like a Donkey Kong section.
yeah,
And
like
also
it
like
does feel like, oh, like
2021,
the
like
evergreen like
yeah,
image of Mario that they want to like for the Disney. I also like the Mario Karts like
yeah.
segment. I completely forgot there was a Mario Kart segment. Uh,
I do wonder how, because I know Bonanza had some like it like they were developing it for a while. Like I think
yeah,
they there was like footage of it that they showed that was from like 2021, like when it was still a Switch game, and then they just decided to hold off on it until the Switch 2.
because of like all the
um
processing power. Yeah.
yeah, all that sweet processing power, and people talk about that like, oh, the new design in Bonanza is similar to the one from the movie,
I
but
mean, like
actually that
probably like they
design,
were like trading notes with Nintendo, like even during
yeah.
pre-production, where it's like, hey, we want Donkey Kong to look like this. It's like, oh, we can synergize. It's like,
Yeah, I think the timeline is that the bananas design, like that redesign, came first, and then it was incorporated to a certain extent in the movie. Even though I think Donkey Kong just looks the way he does because everybody kind of looks a little bit different because it's
yeah,
Illumination's art
like
style, you know?
yeah, it's like the high quality fidelity like
Yeah.
animation. Yeah. And also, like the movie looks good. Like, I actually like. I still like. I watched this movie twice in theaters for some reason. I guess like, oh no, it
Hmm.
was one by myself and one with family.
Cool.
Um, and like I remember like both times I got really hyped at the final battle with like the Star remix.
Mm.
Apparently, that was also going to be a licensed song, but they had to fight to
Uh,
be like, no, no,
yeah.
no, no,
Good choice.
good choice
Because
because the remix goes hard.
mm,
And it's like where it's like Mario and Luigi get the star power up and they just like start obliterating all
yeah,
the
it's like Goku becoming Super Saiyan against
yeah.
Cooler
They
or
do the
something.
double
Like
rider kick that
yeah.
always gets a pop off. Uh,
Yeah,
yeah,
I literally exactly thought double rider kick
yeah,
when they did, they like punch him in the air and then or like punch him down and
yeah.
then
Do
they do
the
the rider kick into him.
yeah. So
Just
that's cool.
in
And
general, the action in the movie,
yeah,
it
there's a
is
lot of
pretty
good emphasis
cartoony.
on parkour, which
Yeah.
makes sense because it's a platformer game. So
Hmm. Yeah, it's interesting how I don't know. They do their best to take the extremely bare story of a Mario game, especially like this early on, where it's literally just Bowser is coming, we gotta stop him,
yeah,
and trying to turn that into like a hero's journey type story. And like I said, I actually think that they succeed a lot more than they fail. The only like one thing that I can see is kind of a weird plot point is that at the beginning of the movie they show like, oh, Mario's on top of things, he's kind of like he's fit, he's in shape, Luigi's out of shape, he's the one who needs to like, he feels like he's dragging Mario down with him. They both have like a reciprocal feeling of that way of like not feeling adequate enough for each other. Uh, so then when Mario goes to train with Peach, he sucks, and that's weird because we just saw him
like
earlier in the
yeah,
movie be
that's
like
a
super
weird
good.
disconnect. Yeah, I don't know.
Uh, and like I'm fine with it being like, oh, the contrast between, oh, Peach is so skilled at this, and then
Yeah.
Mario sucks. That's
Like
funny.
at least compared it to like the mushroom. Maybe they're trying to be like, oh, like this ain't New York anymore, but they never
Yeah.
don't really say that. So
And I can forgive it because the overall idea, like the theme that they're going for, is not that Mario is amazing, but that he keeps trying despite the fact that he sucks. And that's
Yeah,
like, yeah, that's an inspirational message. That feels like you know, that feels more in line with what we kind of expect from Mario from the games, is that it's not about him being a power fantasy, but him
yeah,
being tenacious. Like he's never
yeah.
he just
He's a
keeps
pretty tenacious
going.
guy. Yeah.
Yeah, like play a game like Mario Bros. The Lost Levels,
Oh
and you will feel
no.
like in getting through that game, it is just like you'll feel like you are playing, like that
Yeah,
you are in that world and like constantly falling into pits or dying of stupid obstacles and things like that.
yeah.
There's a reason why people love Kaizo ROM hacks and Mario
No.
Maker, just like making ridiculously hard, stupid levels.
Yeah,
There's something attractive about Mario being just a guy that has to go through this. So
yeah,
I can forgive that, even though it's not a plot hole, but it's just a little bit of an inconsistency between
yeah,
how he's represented at the beginning of the movie and then during that scene specifically. And then like, I don't know, they definitely play their cards close to their chest because it takes until the very end of the movie until they get the star for him to actually start to be like a real fighter.
yeah,
And I guess he does beat up Donkey Kong when he gets the cat suit, but until that point, he is just getting his ass kicked basically every scene that he's involved in. So, you know, uh,
yeah.
again, doesn't like bother me too much, but I know that a lot of the culture warriors out there were mad that like, oh, the incompetent, foolish man compared to the like overly competent girl boss, etc.
Yeah.
So
Well, those people don't matter at this point. It's like
yeah,
just
yeah,
yeah,
we should devour their flesh. It's fine.
yeah,
Um,
it's pretty chill. Um, what else has been happening? What else has been happening in this movie?
yeah, yeah,
Donkey Kong. Yeah, Donkey Kong's fine. I mean, like they would go with the country stuff, which makes sense.
yeah. It is
Again,
a little weird that it's like it's almost like 'cause I guess Mario is the same way, but like it's just especially weird with Donkey Kong that it's like, oh, he has a whole society of other Kongs. Because
yeah.
Cranky Kong is the ruler of
And
the
it's like his
society.
dad, which I guess makes
Yeah.
sense, but it's like they don't
Hmm.
really say that in the games. He's just Cranky Kong is just kind of like a guy, in the
Yeah,
games.
because it's weird. They've been very inconsistent about whether he's like their grandpa or like, oh, because Donkey Kong is supposed to be Donkey Kong Jr.
Yeah,
And then or I guess like is so the original Donkey Kong is Cranky. We talked about this with fucking Bonanza, didn't
yeah,
we?
yeah.
Like
Who
how
cares at this
ridiculous the
point? But it's like
timeline is.
all the
Who
all
cares?
the Mario characters are actors. That's what
Yeah.
that's my head canon at
Yeah.
this
I
point.
like the little
That's
Pauline cameo in,
oh
like when
yeah.
she's like the mayor of Brooklyn.
Yeah. Also,
And
Donkey Kong is not gonna be in the new movie. I guess they're saving him for like a spin-off.
oh wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it just no
So
Seth Rogen is in the promotional material for the new movie.
mhm. Yeah, I guess I was just gonna make a joke about how Pauline and Mom Donnie are, they have the same job. But,
Brother,
but
that's the real. That's the real. Oh, oh
but
god.
but
Yeah.
yeah, what would
Well,
you like? I guess
I
is there
like
anything
the
else?
movie. It's very like it's not like a masterpiece, and like I
Yeah,
don't really
it's a
expected it to
solid three out
be.
of five.
Yeah,
It's like what you would
seven out of
expect.
10. Like yeah.
Yeah, maybe even a 6 out of 10 if you would.
Yeah,
Uh,
like maybe maybe if I think about it like a lot, because like I've been seeing a lot of people being like, "This is the best 6 out of 10 I could ask for," and I'm like, "Yeah, yeah,
that's pretty. I mean, yeah, I try to have a very like an objective sort of viewpoint of those kind of number ratings where it's like, yeah, if it's above a 5, that means that it's more good than bad.
yeah,
And I would say there's nothing outright bad in this movie other than things I can nitpick, like the
yeah."
music or stuff like the
The
Luma, where it's just like not
the
funny.
Luma, I hate that
Yeah,
Luma so much.
but like it's mostly just kind of bland, but there is good stuff that like brings it up. And I will say that a lot of people talk about how there's just a ton of Nintendo references in the
Yeah, Kid
backgrounds
Icarus, Punch
and
Out,
stuff like that.
Wrecking
Yeah,
Crew.
there's like a Disc-kun cameo,
GameCube ringtone. It's great. Now I'm just
yeah,
turning
yeah,
into
yeah.
a
Yeah,
SRB
yeah.
wiki, like just
The
be like,
Game
here's all the
Explain
Punch Out.
video about it.
Yeah. Uh,
But yeah, I appreciate all that stuff, but that won't be enough to be like, oh yeah, this is how could you not like this movie? It has all
yeah,
of
I can
this.
see
It's
why
more
people
like
would hate this movie. Honestly, like it just kind of like a fine kids film, and like for some people that's just like, oh, I don't
why
like
even
that
bother?
because why
Yeah,
even bother? It's like I don't know. I
yeah,
feel like
you
that
can.
like
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
no, I feel like Mario this it doesn't suit Mario, but it's like it's serviceable for Mario. That's what Illumination does. Serviceable
Mhm.
films. So
Yeah,
maybe
and
Galaxy will be a little better. It kind of just feels like more of the same from the trailers. Apparently
mhm.
Wart's gonna be in the movie, so that's
I mean
fun.
that's cool.
Yeah.
I kind of expected as like a deep cut that Tatanga from Super Mario Land would be in
Oh
it
my
because it's
god,
in
I think they're
space.
saving like it when Daisy comes in. Then
Yeah,
we'll get to
but I just think
Tonga.
because it's in space, they might as well
Yeah,
be like, here's
you
this
could just
alien guy.
yeah. And also, like,
Uh,
I guess I want to like point this out, like, because it's like this is doing clearly doing all the 2D Mario's, or
mhm,
like that's the main inspiration, like the 2D games, and like Galaxy. It's like yeah, it's Galaxy, but it's mostly using the 3D games because you see some
right.
Odyssey stuff, you see some like Sunshine stuff. It's like
Yeah, you can't really make too much of a movie out of the story of 64,
yeah, so you gotta
where
like
it's
just
like,
throw it
oh,
in
they're
some Sunshine. I mean, you can make a Sunshine movie, but that's a
oh
whole
yeah, I
different
mean a
movie.
Sunshine movie would be awesome,
Yeah.
because the story of that is crazy. Oh yeah, I was checking to see because I feel like this was a pretty chill year as far as other animated studios go. 2023, because I was thinking like, what was the Pixar movie? What was the Disney movie? The Disney movie was Wish. I'm pretty sure the
Ah.
Pixar movie was Elemental, which is not a bad movie, but it's
Yeah.
definitely I don't think anybody's favorite
Yeah.
Pixar movie. Um, so like, and I can't even think of what it would be for DreamWorks. I think it would be,
Puss in
I
Boots
don't
was
even
like
know.
the year before, like Last
Yeah, I think
Wish.
so. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I don't know that's just funny to me that
Yeah,
it just
I
I
mean, it was
think
like
it like
one of the
got
highest grossing films of the year.
yeah, I think it only got to that, maybe not only, but like one of the main reasons. Oh yeah, the things that came out in 2023, Trolls Band
Nimona,
Together
Across the Spider Verse.
and Ruby Gillman Teenage Kraken. Those are the
I
two
like
DreamWorks
that one. I
movies.
know that like that I kind of have the same feeling as that in the Mario movie. Like I just like
Yeah.
it's like a 6 out of 10. I don't get why that movie gets a lot of hate. That's a
Yeah.
fine like whatever movie.
But they
Uh,
both like Ruby Gillman and the third Trolls movie were not like, well, okay, maybe the third Trolls movie was a box office jam, but the
yeah.
the like Ruby Gillman, I'm pretty sure
That
was
that one
not.
flopped. That one flopped. I
Oh
can
yeah, I'm
confirm.
looking at it. It made half of its budget back. So
Yeah,
unfortunate flop. Never saw it. Didn't really care. Maybe
that's
I'll watch
fair.
it at some point. 2024 though, you got Wild Robot. So hey,
Yeah, that's a good
that's a
one.
great movie. Anyway, I just wanted to bring up that context. Like you said, like pretty much the only other thing that was, and that was a couple months later in the summer,
Yeah, it was
was
Across the Spider Verse.
yeah, which is a excellent movie. But that so it's hard to like, I don't know. This movie isn't a terrible movie, uh,
But
but
compared to what
it
the
kind of
other
like
studios were doing
satisfied.
at their peak, like of the
Yeah.
year, it's like it just kind of feels like, yeah, that's a Mario
Well,
movie.
that's the thing is that so many of the other studios just released extremely mid movies.
Yeah, it's like
So
yeah,
like that's
it's
the
like it
problem.
like yeah, it's weird because it's like I don't really like I don't know like animation studio like loyalty and like that kind of whole like oh this studio's peak and like it's just kind of like no it's like everyone's gonna miss on things and everyone's gonna hit
No,
on
yeah,
things.
I'm not necessarily saying
Yeah, I know. I'm
like
just saying.
Illumination is good or bad, like whatever. They make movies in the same way. I think Illumination in general, their culture of the type of movies that they create, very inoffensive, very bland.
Yeah,
Very rarely does one like really catch my eye and make me, like want to watch it. Uh, whereas, something like Disney, which people rightfully give a lot of crap,
Yeah.
that's it's more of a notable thing when they release a movie like Wish and it sucks really badly, and then everybody's like, what happened, they fell off, etc., especially like 2 years after Encanto was a really big thing.
Yeah.
um so, and then it's the same thing, like, I feel like every fucking year there's a new round of discourse about Pixar because of, like, well, one,
Yeah.
because fucking Pete Doctor
You won't
keeps saying
shut up.
the
Shut
dumbest
up.
every single year, like for like 4 years in a row.
Yeah.
He's been like, "Yep, we're not doing real movies anymore. We're making garbage now." And then all the people
Yeah,
in the
it's
studio are like, "We're
shut
still
up.
making real movies. We are still making real movies."
Pete, my boy,
You know?
shut up.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah.
but
We've got
yeah, just
way off track, but like, hey,
no. I mean,
that's
we're
just kind of
talking
what we
about
do.
animated like
Yeah, this is
this
an
is
animated
relevant.
movie. Yeah.
Yes, this is relevant. This is a
Yeah.
podcast. We're allowed to, like, that's what you do. You go on
Sure
tangents.
legs, yeah. Mm.
But I don't know if there's anything else to say about the Mario movie, honestly.
Yeah, well, I think we
It was
got
a good
like
time.
it was all right.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
I
my
will say though, I don't think that the Galaxy movie looks like an amazing leap forward in,
yeah. Again, more of the same.
style or whatever. But I'm interested to see. I mean,
Yeah,
obviously, there's a lot of room for improvement here. It was like a good movie. So I hope that the next one, they can raise the bar a bit. Even if it's also like a 3 out of 5, it can be like, oh, this is a more interesting movie.
they took more
Maybe it's
swings.
messy.
Hopefully,
Yeah, like if it's messy or whatever. Like I kind of feel that way with the second Spider-Verse movie, where it's like not nearly as tightly made as the first one. It's also like the middle point of a trilogy.
yeah. And
And it's one of
don't
those
even know if
types
that
of
trilogy will
like,
be completed. I mean, it probably will be, but
yeah, and the bigger problem is that like the first movie is standalone. So it's like
yeah,
one of those sequels where it's like, all right, it's a sequel and it's like Back to the Future 2 or something like that,
yeah.
where it
It's the
relies on a
exciting middle part.
yeah, but there's, so many good things about it. Though I would say my favorite parts of the movie are a lot of the more low key parts of the movie rather than like the big action
Yeah,
stuff.
just
Um,
like the talking
yeah,
parts. Yeah,
yeah, that's probably like, to me, like that really brings it up to the same quality as the first movie, whereas maybe the plot or where it's positioned in the overall narrative is kind of messy, but that almost doesn't matter because like the good stuff is so good. So I could see
yeah,
that happening with Mario Galaxy, where maybe it's like it's too fast paced or it's kind of a mess, it's all over the place, whatever, but all that stuff is like so cool or so interesting or whatever that it can kind of like rise above and
yeah.
become,
We'll
like
find out
exciting in
on
its own.
April 1st. Apparently, why is the
Yep.
movie coming out on April 1st? I guess that was just the day available.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know. Like, when do you think that the next Nintendo Direct is going to
I mean,
be?
they already
Because,
said that like the trailer. There's gonna be a trailer on Tuesday, the time we're recording
yeah,
this. So, like with the final trailer, which is probably gonna spoil too
but
much.
yeah, but there are people that are like, oh, we're going to get one in March. Like, we're going to get like a
Oh,
general
like a
Nintendo
regular
Direct.
Nintendo Direct. I
Yeah,
don't know. Like they've
because we
kind
got
of
one
broken all the
last year.
patterns. So it's
Yeah,
like I'm just
exactly.
kind of like whatever it happens, it happens.
Yeah, because I've seen some people be like, well, this is the first time in a while that we didn't get one in February. We always get one in February. And like just last year, we didn't get one in
Yeah.
February. We got one in March. So
Oh
we
yeah, I
got one in
forgot
March,
about the
like
March one.
literally days before the another direct. Like they announced it. Like, yeah, here you go. Here's some Switch One games.
Yeah,
And
yeah. Oh yeah, I remember they did the Switch One stuff before
yeah,
the like.
they announced Rhythm Heaven and Tomodachi Life. So in some ways, for sickos like me, it was more exciting than the Switch 2
Yeah,
direct.
those
Uh,
are good games.
but anyway, I think that we
Yeah.
don't really have
Oh,
anything else to say. We can wrap this up.
all right. Wyatt, plug your stuff.
All right, going over to Blue Sky Wasp Ranger, WAZP Ranger. It's mostly stream of gotchas and stuff, but I post about videos I'm making and podcasts I'm doing. My main thing is Cartoon Buffoons, which is going through every Cartoon Network show in order. We just did the big whole series on Adventure Time, which we're rolling out the episodes now. Um, So check that out. You can get the third episode of that right now. you got $3 to donate to It's Only Magic, my Patreon, so just go find the channel, go find the Patreon, donate $3, listen to that third episode of it where we talk about the last seasons of Adventure Time. Get excited for the finale of that where we talk about Distant Lands, and then yeah, be on your merry way. If you only got $1 though, that's fine. You get Wow Cool Robot, which is me and my friend Wayne going through every single robot in existence. Also a good time. It's like 5 to 10 minute episodes. It's fun. We do them every so often. We need to record more. We recorded like 5 a couple weeks ago. Might record more tonight if Wayne is free, but we will see. How about you, Buster? Where can we find you?
You can find me at my YouTube channel, Buster Corp. I'm also on Bluesky yapping about all my like just whatever projects. I'm doing a lot of stuff right now. I'm making a
Mm-hmm.
cartoon on Buster Tales.
Mm-hmm.
You can find my video essays, which I kind of stopped doing video essays. I mean, I'm not stopping. I'm just like slowing
You
down
haven't
because
done it
like
in
just
a while.
busy, just very busy with other things, and it's like my writer's block hits. Maybe I'll make
Mm-hmm.
one like in a bit, but like we'll see, we'll see. Um, uh, yeah, but that's gonna do it for this episode of In Case Break Glass. I guess Sonic Movie 2 is next, but like I don't
Yep.
want to like you never know what can happen because this
Mm-hmm.
podcast has no schedule, so we'll see.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
excited to check that one out. Knuckles is in it. I like
and Knuckles
Knuckles,
is
so
everyone likes Knuckles, yeah.
yeah, I like
Like,
Knuckles. Idris Elba, can't go wrong with that guy.
yeah. See you then.